Universal Manual of Administration and Spiritual Restoration. From Divine Order to Operational Excellence. Prepared by MKMI Leadership for the proper functioning of our local churches. Chapter 4, Specialized Units: The Ministries. The Army in Action, Specialization and Effectiveness. And he himself gave some to be apostles, some prophets, some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers, for the equipping of the saints for the work of ministry. Ephesians 4 verse 11-12. Let all things be done decently and in order. 1 Corinthians 14 verse 40. Preamble, from clubs to combat units. In a classic civilian vision, church departments, choir, ushering, cleaning are often perceived as clubs or leisure activities. In the MKMI vision, these departments are specialized combat units. Each ministry corresponds to a precise military function. If intercession is the artillery pounding enemy positions, worship is the vanguard charging ahead, and ushering is the diplomatic service securing the borders. This chapter aims to professionalize every department to move from amateur volunteering to sacred service of excellence. Section 1, Unit Leaders, Platoon Commanders. The unit leader is the vital link between the command pastor and the troop members. He is responsible for the motivation, training, and discipline of his team. 1.1 The Ministry of Intercession, Heavy Artillery, Air Force. Military Code, Air Support Mission, prepare the spiritual atmosphere before any ground action. No service, no evangelism takes place without intercession first clearing the skies. Role of the leader, organize watch shifts 24/7 prayer chain if possible. Receive strategic topics from the National Directorate and distribute them to the soldiers. Ensure the team lives in sanctification. Artillery jammed by sin explodes on itself. Subcommittee, Vigil Coordinator, Emergency Request Coordinator. 1.2 The Ministry of Worship and Music, the Vanguard. Military Code, the Trumpets of Jericho's mission, lead the people into God's presence. This is not entertainment, it is a war for the attention of hearts. Role of the leader, select songs that are theologically correct and aligned with the theme of the pastoral message. Manage rehearsals with rigor, technical and spiritual discipline. Manage artists' egos, humility. Subcommittee, Choir Director, Head of Musicians, Costume Uniform Manager. 1.3 The Ministry of Sound and Multimedia, the Signals Corps. Military Code, Signals Comms Mission, ensure the message, the word is heard clearly and broadcast without interference. In the modern world, a church without media is an invisible church. Role of the leader, sound media, sound, zero feedback, voice balance. The technician must be the first to arrive and the last to leave. Multimedia, management of projection, verses, lyrics and online broadcasting streaming. Error to avoid, distraction. A technician on their phone during the service is a soldier asleep at their post. 1.4 The Ministry of Ushering and Protocol, Border Guards and Diplomats. Military Code, First Line of Defense Mission, the welcoming smile is the first evangelism. They ensure security, seating management, and crowd flow control. Role of the leader, train hostesses and ushers in empathy, smiling, and vigilance. Spot visitors, VIPs and new souls for immediate follow-up. Manage disruptions with firmness and discretion. Subcommittee, Parking Team, Seating Team, New Convert Follow-up Team. 1.5 The Ministry of Logistics and Cleaning, Military Engineers. Military Code, Engineering Maintenance Mission, God is holy and clean. The environment must reflect kingdom excellence. A dirty church repels the Holy Spirit and visitors. Role of the leader, stock management, toilet paper, cleaning products, chairs. Organization of cleaning duties, team cleaning. Technical preparation for event, stage setup, breakdown. 1.6 The Ministry of Evangelism, Conquest Infantry. Military Code, Shock Troops, Land Mission, go and fetch lost souls outside the walls. Role of the leader, plan outings door to door, open air, hospitals. Train members to present salvation in 3 minutes. Organize follow-up of contacted souls. Section 2, Hierarchical Structure of Ministries and Reports. Total autonomy of a ministry is a danger. To avoid the choir becoming a church within the church, a strict accountability structure is needed. 2.1. The vital necessity of the activity report. Why require a written report after every activity or every month? 1. Historical memory, to know what worked or failed. 2. Leader protection, the report proves work accomplished and justifies expenses. 3. Decision tool, the pastor cannot guess needs, e.g., a broken microphone. The report officializes the need. The report must be submitted to the church secretariat for archiving and validation and copied to the senior pastor for information and action. 2.2. Activity Report Template MKMI Standard. Note for those following along, this section outlines the standardized activity report template, listing each field followed by the specific details required for completion. Every unit leader shall use this format to standardize information. The report includes the following fields: ministry name, provide the specific ministry, such as youth ministry. Date and location, record when and where the activity took place, for example, January 12, 2026, in the main hall. Activity type, define the nature of the event, such as a prayer meeting, rehearsal, or outing. Statistics, document attendance by recording the number of men, women, and the total present. Spiritual goal, state the objective of the activity and whether it was achieved. Positive points, note victories, testimonies, or a good atmosphere. Negative points, list any delays, technical failures, or conflicts encountered. Needs and requests, identify requirements for equipment or human reinforcement. Finances, report any income and list total expenses, ensuring receipts are attached. Signature, the report must be finalized with the signature of the unit leader. Section 3, Management of Social and Demographic Layers. An army is composed of veterans, active soldiers, and cadets. MKMI neglects no one. The church must offer a fulfilling framework for every age, transforming the church into a functional family. 3.1. Children's Ministry, the Nursery of Faith. Children are not the church of tomorrow, they are the church of today in training. If children are bored, parents do not return. Concept, the Creative Bible Workshop. Instead of a daycare where children are parked, we create a stimulating environment, playful teaching, animated Bible stories, puppets, theater. Manual activities, biblical coloring, bracelet making, simple crafts linked to the day's story. Comfort and care, mandatory snack, pastries, juice, hot chocolate. The child must associate church with joy and love. O spiritual, teach children to pray simply and listen to God. Magnet strategy, a child saying, "Mom, I want to go to church because we have fun and learn," is the best evangelist to bring back a lukewarm family. 3.2. Youth Ministry, the Young Warriors. Adolescence and young adulthood are critical periods. Mission, transform raw energy and potential rebellion into zeal for Christ. Activities, intensive discipleship, understanding the Bible, apologetics. Social actions, food distribution, homework help. Arts and sports, using talents for God's glory. Role, they are future officers. Give them real responsibilities, managing sound, helping with ushering under supervision. 3.3. Adult Ministry, the backbone. This is the group bearing the financial and structural load of the work. Men, mighty heroes, brotherhood groups to talk about work challenges, fatherhood, and integrity. Role as protectors of the church. Women, ladies of grace, ministries of compassion, intercession, and practical teaching, home management, education. Mission, stability. They must be models of consistency. 3.4. Elderly Ministry, sages, veterans. In kingdom culture, we do not discard the elderly. We honor their gray hair as a crown of glory. Validation, do not treat them as useless burdens. Adapted roles, the council, they are memory and wisdom. The pastor must consult them. Daytime intercession, they often have more time. They can be guardians of prayer while others work. Encouragement, a spiritual grandfather or grandmother encouraging a youth has immense impact. Care, the church must watch over their transportation and health, regular visits. Section 4. Inclusivity and treatment of literate and illiterate members. MKMI is a mission for all nations and all social strata. In certain operational zones like rural Haiti or Benin, part of the workforce may be illiterate. Philosophy: every soul is a resource. Academic intelligence is not spiritual intelligence. Peter and John were uneducated and untrained men. Acts 4 verse 13, yet they turned the world upside down. Principle: never humiliate, never exclude. A person who cannot read may have an exceptional gift of healing, prophecy, or practical service. They are not a puppet to be manipulated, but a soldier to be equipped differently. For point 2, integration strategies. How to give an administrative or leadership role to an illiterate person. 1. Orality: accept oral reports. The illiterate unit leader dictates their report to an assistant secretary who writes for them. 2. Visual and oral training: use images, oral repetition, and memorization for training instead of distributing complex written manuals. 3. Validation of practical gifts: entrust positions of trust based on character, deaconship, ushering, logistics rather than writing ability. 4. Strategic pairs: pair a literate for administrative tasks with an anointed illiterate for spiritual or practical direction. This creates mutual humility. In conclusion, ministries are not watertight compartments. They are organs of a single body. When intercession prays, evangelism harvests. When ushering smiles, the heart opens to worship. When logistics ensures order, preaching is heard. When children are happy, adults are at peace. It is this synergy, orchestrated by competent unit leaders and faithfully reported to the hierarchy, that makes the local church an operational and victorious military base. To narrate the demonstration diagram on page 43, I've broken down the flow into a step-by-step journey that shows how each ministry connects to the next. Demonstration diagram, THE visitor's journey. Note for those following along, this section describes the flow of a visitor's experience, illustrating how various ministries connect to support the ultimate goal of spiritual feeding and consolidation. The diagram demonstrates that no ministry is an island. Each part of the system must function for the next to succeed. Here is the path of a visitor from arrival to follow-up, arrival and entry. The process begins when a visitor arrives. They are first met by ushering. From here, the path splits. The visitor continues to the main service, while any children are directed to children's ministry for specialized care. The environment: as the visitor enters the main venue, logistics ensures proper seating and environment. This supports the sound team, who provides the technical foundation for the service. The sound team's work flows into worship, which serves to prepare the heart of the visitor. This preparation allows the visitor to receive the word from the pastor, which is the feeding stage of the journey. Children's ministry also feeds into this stage as children rejoin or align with the word being taught. Conclusion and care: once the service concludes, the visitor moves into follow-up and visit, focusing on consolidation to ensure they are integrated into the church family. The foundation supporting this entire process is the base, ministry of intercession, which provides 24/7 prayer. This diagram demonstrates that no ministry is an island. If logistics fails, worship is distracted. If ushering fails, the pastor's message is not heard because the visitor is frustrated. If intercession ceases, the whole system lacks power. We are members of one another.